Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you Friday, August the 28th. The year's 2020. Let's talk trading. It's time for the weekly wrap up. Disclaimer, these videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. Trading is extremely risky. You can lose all of your money. If you need trading, investment, or financial advice, seek the advice of an accredited financial professional. And remember, when you trade, don't lose any more on any one particular trade than you are willing to lose. So for the week, all the gaps have filled right here. You can see that. And we broke out of the previous week's high, and we're 49 pips above it at the moment, and just went to 50. On the daily, you can just see we broke out of the opening range of the first day of the year. We broke out of that range. We broke out yesterday and we broke out again today. So for the year, pound is up. Right there. We're 71 pips above the yearly open. That's huge. We're making new yearly high. Now, it's something that traders should be aware of. We usually don't talk about yearly highs and lows because most of the time we're not anywhere near them except maybe January, February, March when they're getting put in. But I think most of us are probably, looking at the daily, weekly time frame, and we don't really look at the monthly that often. But just, you really should now and then, take a look at the, bring up the monthly chart and look at where price is in relationship, to years gone by. And you can see here is a nice clean break of the previous month. And now right here, yearly across the open and putting in the yearly high. And you can see here, this is Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. You see we broke out of those inside bars right here, and Wednesday dipped back in and came right back out. Once again, just levels to be aware of and the trade-off of. And I know we've got a new a viewer out there. I think his name is John, and he seems to have something to say about these videos. So welcome aboard. And, if you find something useful here, go ahead and use it. And if you don't, then just ignore it. But there's no reason to be nasty. There really isn't. And you can see here, we've got a bunch of ranges, daily ranges over 100. Red rats, you should be getting ready pretty soon here. You see we took out the pivot. It was above the buy zone, so any shorts should have been ignored. And right there, we triggered here and have taken off since then. And once again, the red rats get ready to feast here. Now, notice the weekly upper rat, the daily upper rat zone is also the weekly and the monthly. And actually, I guess maybe I should add yearly to that indicator. I can put that code in so we can see we're making a yearly high. And as one old trader, I think his name was Market Master, used to say, new highs make new highs, something like that. So I don't know if Market Master's still around. He was a stock trader. He had a trading room over on Pal Talk. It's funny. If I remember correctly, he he kicked me out of that trading room because one time I called a panic reversal. That's what he was big on, these panic reversals. And it panned out. And I guess he didn't like me calling it out in his room. So, because he had a habit, he'd call out panic reversals And if they didn't happen, you'd never hear about it again. It's kind of like some of the things that happen in the news. Certain things happen, and then about a month later, you never hear about them again. It's like, well, how did that story wind up? You just never hear about it. Like, what was it? That guy Lofner that shot Gabby Giffords. Haven't heard about that. Who is that guy still? I guess he's still in jail, but haven't really heard anything. Or he was in the mental wards, one of the two. Anyway, back to trading here. Okay, you can see once again we cleared out of yesterday's high. Let me put this back to H4 so we can look at the whole week. There we go. You can see that weekly pivot got taken out. I believe I called that out on Sunday. And looks like we're trying to hit R2 here. Who knows where price is going to go since we're in new territory pretty much. Okay, we missed a bunch of pivots this month. You can see here that definitely moved off of those levels. I'm sorry, last month's levels. We took out all the pivots for this month. But here's a pivot from 181 days ago. This pivot here at 2019, 3358 right here. We're still a ways off from it, but not too much. That pivot could get taken out. But I don't think anybody would want to wait around, that long to take out a pivot. Maybe some of the big boys might. But you can see where those pivots are. And as far as the week goes, we still have a couple misses this year back from July last month. We're almost done with this month. And the wick zone price in and out of the wick zone here. So that 132.84 previous day's high, you can see what happened there. It was just price just kept getting pushed out of that wick zone. Who knows? Maybe it'll return. Still have a few hours left today. And just looking at the various ranges here, we got 141 pips today, daily range. The average is 116. But you can see we're at the 76th percentile. Coming up to the top of the hour in 9 minutes. Yesterday 123, previous day 102. So you can see we've been having some nice range expansion there. And on the hourly, we got 52 pips this hour. Some nice ranges there. I was trading with Walmart earlier today, and he was having a hard day at it, but we were on the phone for about an hour and a half. He not only made up his losses, but I think he was up about, 20 pips by the time we got done. Okay, here, just looking at the 1 minute chart for scalping. You can see here we had a 3-ball, and then we do we call it a DSR reversal. There would have been a short there, good for a couple of pips. And I know there's people that laugh at making 1 or 2 pips on a trade. They think it's crazy. They're the market structure, but if it doesn't work for you, don't use it. But a lot of things that don't work for you work for other people. And so, it works for a lot of people here. But if you want to, poo-poo the method, that's okay. It doesn't really affect us and what we do. And as far as, calling out, saying we do hairy hindsight trades, we don't, because we do the same thing day after day. We have these horizontal lines. We trade with the candle color at the line, and sometimes we make a couple of pips, and sometimes we might make 10, 20, 30 pips in an hour. So, maybe some of you market structure guys, might come here and say, right here we've got some compression, accumulation, and then we've got the expansion, and then we've got the move. Yeah, I understand all that stuff. I just don't use it. It's not my style of trading. I'm more of a smash and grab kind of guy. So, but each to their own. And, I hope you guys who do things differently are profitable. There's no reason for animosity. There really isn't. And nor is there any reason to prove anything. I mean, this is just about sharing and helping each other out. It's that simple. And I think there was also, I think John also made a comment about, the indicators. It's like, yes, I do modify other people's code. For example, the 3-level ZZ, I modified it. If you look at the original indicator, it doesn't have anywhere near some of the things that this one does. You can show all the TRO mods. Let's see, if I turn that on, it's going to fill up the chart. And so let me also turn off the sweet spots. And see, there's another one that I modified, but the other ones are ones I created. So let's turn this indicator off just so you can see what it looks like. Yeah, I know it's pretty crazy here, but all these lines mean something. You've got fib lines, you've got targets, you've got medians. You've got the distance from the semaphores right here. You can see on the 3 level, it's right there at the top. And from the last 3 ball at the bottom here, you can see that happened 91 bars ago. And price is really taking off right now. It is screaming to the upside. And you can see here drawing trend lines from the most recent semaphores, and then from the 3s to the 3s. And the median line here. Like I said, there's just a lot of stuff, and then the different fib levels. You got the fib levels between the 3 balls. You got the fib levels between, I'm not even sure what, I think you got the fib levels between the 3s, fib levels between the 2s. There's just a lot of different things that I put in that indicator for the different ways people trade out there. And I modified the buttons indicator, and I modified the B clock indicator. Just, put some little things in there to just, improve the indicators. And I make the changes and I post them for free. So yeah, you've got the trade lines, you've got the trend lines, the retrace lines, the target lines, the immediate line, the trend lines off the 3, the fib lines off the 3. You can even show the ZZ lines here. So there's a lot that I put in here. Mainly because I could, and just to help some people out, because some people use these in their trading. A lot of people like the fibs. So between the 3 balls, let's see. And so if I got rid of, you know what, I think I'll maybe go through that on another video, because we're running out of time. Because, the one thing is, traders, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So, get out there and drain the banks. I want you all to have a fun, safe weekend. And if you haven't, click subscribe and click like. And this will be the Rumpled One, over and out.